Hi, and welcome to Happy Fisherman Adventures.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman, and I do it when I can. I'm a happy fisherman.
In today's episode, we're going to show you a few adventures. But before we start today's episode, we would just like to wish young Taylor a speedy recovery. Young Taylor is John Lone Ranger's little grandson.
He just had a heart operation.
Yes.
And Taylor, listen to this. Your grandfather thinks he's a tough cookie, but he's a softie. He loves you. He's there for you. And yes, he can't wait for you to get better so you can come with us. Let's go fishing.
Well, the first video we're going to show you is actually with our friend Ash. Ash is actually my dad's pharmacist. And we went to St Leonards fishing. We thought it's going to be easy. We're going to catch so much King George whiting, but we had a tough time.
This adventure starts from Clifton Springs, and this time we got our friend Ash with us. Ash is Mima's dad's pharmacist, and yes, he fished with us before. We got heaps of King George whiting, and we were hoping today for a good session. So we left Clifton Springs and we were on the way to St Leonards. The water wasn't too bad, but from Clifton Springs to St Leonards takes us about 25 minutes. When we got there, there was not many boats around, but my friend, Frank Azapari, he was actually fishing Swan Bay and he was coming back towards St Leonards as they only got 6 King George whiting at Swan Bay. Frank is actually an experienced fisherman, a really good one too, and yeah, he never struggles when it comes to King George whiting or squid around St Leonards. To start with, we actually struggled, and then finally we got one. But that was not promising. It was one fish, and we kept casting, and yeah, we lose bait. We tried hard, so we decided we have to move on the other side of the stick, which we did. When we got here, our first cast, and we managed to get another fish. Then at the same time, Mima and Frank on the other boat had something massive on line, big head shakes. We couldn't tell, is it snapper, is it gummy shark or something, because it was really peeling line off. But both of us lost the fish. Well, we didn't care. We were here for King George. We tried our best. We did get good sized fish, but there was no many. The weather, very average. It was a bit blowy, it was wind against tide, we had some clouds above us, a little bit of rain, but we didn't care. We were out fishing and we were having fun, and that's all about. Keeping the line tight and retrieving slowly, being always in contact with that sinker, it was the key, because the fish was nibbling. It doesn't matter the size of them, they only touched, so you actually had to catch them. So we did our best. We ended up with half a dozen fish. We can't complain about it, but it wasn't easy. So about 7:30 it started to get dark, and we actually decided, you know what, time to pack up and go back. On the way back, we got smashed a bit by the waves. Actually, Ashim said that, wow, it took us much longer to get back than what on the way here, but we were going against the tide. So all in all, we had a good time. We were on the water. We actually managed a few fish, not much, but who cares? Still, it was a great day out.
Well, in the next video, you're going to see Tippy and John Lone Ranger decided to go on a horrible Sunday morning fishing.
It wasn't that horrible, but hey, Willie Weather said it's going to be a nice day. So we decided we got a window early morning, 5 o'clock, we're going to leave,
Sure.
back by 9.
Yeah.
No problems.
Billy Weather hasn't been right for how long now?
At $96 million, you have to respect that. Don't worry about it. Anyway, we went. It took us a while because we were it was a bumpy ride, put it this way. We got there. Now, when we got on the other side, it was a spot that my good friend Daylesford said to be fish from, Point Wilson, from the, Arma, the pier, the long pier, all the way towards Geelong. Find a good reef, anchor, you'll get fish 100%. So we just keep going and scan a few places and that, and we stopped at place and we had a run. We go, whoa, wow.
Wow.
Well, that was it. We missed it. So then it took about 3 hours catching few flatties, massive bench of sharks, and then finally, on the smallest rod that we had out there, we got a good snapper. Now, John was fighting the fish like a little kid. He was laughing, smiling, but back of his head, he said, if I lose this fish, Timmy's going to throw me in the wash. Well, he wasn't wrong, but we landed this fish. So let's watch this video. Well, this video is from this Sunday, and yes, call us crazy, bad luck. We actually decided we're gonna get up early, and me and John are going across to Point Wilson and that area and try to look for some snapper. We did get a tip from my friend Daylesford, and Daylesford has been very successful on that side, but yes, it's snapper fishing, so that elusive fish sometimes can go crazy, sometimes can back off, you name it. There is a barometer, there is bait, there is tide, there is dawn, sunset, sunrise, you name it. Depends of everything. Well, really doesn't. It's only if they on, they on. If they're not, bad luck. So Daylesford actually told us that because there is quite a bit of rocks here, fish unweighted. And we did that. We put all the rods in. I was sitting down, then we actually moving few places. Then we managed to get some flatheads, some banjo sharks, you name it. We got all sorts of things. But we were here to catch some snapper. In a distance, we were looking and we go, oh no, last week we got drenched. We got smashed by the rain, so we said, oh, hopefully it's not gonna happen again. Then 3 hours of nothing, and finally a smallest rod took off. John, he was actually quite happy, but at the same time he was quite worried because he was thinking that if he doesn't get this fish in the boat, I might throw him in the wash. But nah, I wouldn't do that. He can swim. If he couldn't swim, maybe I would. But saying that, this particular rod, about 20 minutes before, we actually had to do an FG knot. So tie up the leader to the actual braid. And I have to be honest, I was worried about it as well because I did that. So if he loses the fish, he's gonna blame me. But if he loses the fish, well, he's holding the rod, so I can blame him. So let's see what happens. It was a decent sized snapper, and yes, he put up a really good fight. And it came close to the boat and it went. I couldn't reach it with the net. I was filming as well at the same time with the camera in the hand. Then I decided, you know what, bugger it. Throw the camera away, grab the hookup net properly, hold the actual net in my hand as I normally do, because that way snapper cannot see it, and once snapper's closer, I'll just scoop it. So here we go. First attempt, no good. Second attempt, no good. Third attempt, no good. And then finally we managed to actually get it. After we landed this fish, you could see John was over the moon. You can't blame him. He came a few times, he gave it about good 3-4 sessions on the water in the last 2 weeks and unsuccessful. So getting a fish like this, it's actually success and it's actually good feeling. But look, he fished forever. He caught much bigger fish than that, and somehow you never have enough of it. It just feels good. You land a fish like this, it's a success, it's a trophy, doesn't matter what it is. Just the feeling that you get, the buzz is just there. Then I had to ring Daylesford just to say thank you, and I knew he was worried because we didn't catch any fish. So he said, oh wow, you know what's going on here, and he felt a little bit bad, but it wasn't his fault. And believe me, it happens to me as well. I give people marks where we fish 24/7, and if they don't catch, I feel bad. But there is places and marks and dots that I got on my sounder that one day I catch 20 fish, and I go the very next day, I don't even get a flathead. So it's called fishing, not catching.
Well, the next video is something completely different. Nothing to do with fishing, but it has got to do with hunting. So we went mushroom hunting. It's not something we're going to encourage you to do unless you have a guide that can show you what mushrooms to pick and which ones are edible. I know which ones are edible because my parents taught me since I was a little girl.
Little Red Riding Hood.
So that makes you the wolf?
Okay.
Well, anyway, we did have a lots of fun. We went there yesterday, Wednesday, the 3rd of December, and we had a lots of fun. The puppies were there. They had a ball. It was their first time in the forest, and they just loved it. So let's watch the next video.
Well, there is something about nature, and in this video we're actually hunting mushrooms in Daylesford. First, we do not encourage any of you to go and do it without some guidance, someone that actually knows what he's doing. And yes, you need to make sure you know what you're looking for. We're looking today for pine mushrooms, and they saffrons and slippery jacks. Mima's dad is actually quite good at it, and that's how we learn. So if you're gonna do this, make sure you got some guidance. And one rule that applies to all the mushrooms: if you cut it and you turn it around, as you can see this one, and in 2 minutes the actual bottom of the mushroom where you cut it goes blue or black, well, don't touch. That's poisonous. But these two particular mushrooms, which is pine mushrooms, and you can see it's an old pine forest here, are brilliant. They are so tasty, so juicy, they like meat. And to be honest, in the shops they are about from $70 to $150 a kilo. They are seasonal, and somehow this season is a little bit late, but we're here. With us today we got Mima's mom, Mima's dad, and the pups. So Chiquita and her 2 pups, Molly and Missy, which actually live with Mima's mom, are here, and they are having a ball. You couldn't stop them. They were flying around. Now have a look at this, how fresh these mushrooms are. By this stage they would be old, a little bit oxidated, but I don't know, somehow they still very, very fresh. Normally the season is late October and late April, start of May. But look, we're in December and we still get them because there was a lot of rain around, sun's coming out, humidity's in the air. So yeah, they're still around. Mima's dad, he loves being here. He loves, it doesn't matter if he finds mushroom or not, he loves walking this forest, he loves actually, well, just being in the nature. and as you can see so far, we only got saffrons, but in the couple spots we managed to get some slippery jacks as well. Those ones are a little bit different. These ones are orange, the other ones are a little bit more yellowish in the color, and they are a little bit more spongy. Both of these mushrooms are very, very tasty and very, very good. But again, I'm not encouraging anyone, and please do not go on your own unless you know what you're doing. And yeah, just get a guidance, get someone to actually show you. Then, after a big run in the forest, it was time to get some water. And Molly and Missy, even they have two bowls, they love to drink out of the same spot, and they fight for the same thing, and they actually fight for Mima's mom. They both want to sit right next to her, they both want to walk right next to her. It's just amazing. The same Chiquita and Mima, as you could see in the video or any other videos, they just, you can't split them. Those two are glued together. Then, forget looking for mushrooms, I was looking for Mima's dad, and I found him. And he was proud as he had heaps of saffrons, basically full box, and they were so fresh and so nice. He was proud of himself. As far as Missy and Molly, first time in the nature like this, and they were over the moon. They were running, flying around. They were actually, I can explain how happy they were. Then Mima walked just across the road where we parked and found some more saffrons. All I can say, we had actually a great day out. We had a very successful session on mushroom hunting, and these two puppies had the time of their life. So yes, we're gonna do it again. Mushrooms or no mushrooms, nature. Number one therapy, nature. Well, we always say we're not going to talk politics.
Well, but you actually studied politics and economy.
Yes, and I mentioned last week that kids should get off iPads, kids should get off iPhones and that, because as 19-year-old, they develop dementia. Cars would park themselves. I mean, really? If you can't drive, just don't get on the road. That's my attitude. I'm not going to upset anybody, but this is ridiculous. And then let's talk about, number plates. Victoria, fine state.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is. I agree with it. It's parking fine, speeding fine, you name any fine that you can think of. The tunnel, you get through the tunnel. It used to be $1, and they say for 1 year. Now it's $15 each way, so it's $30 to go in and out.
Yeah.
It used to be called Burnley Tunnel. It was the biggest car wash in the world. And
Because of the leaks?
Still is. Well, I saw Jacinta Allen talking about, it's all about people, and we're thinking about people, and we do. What about people? My question is, it doesn't matter, Liberal, Labor, I think it's good cop, bad cop. I'm not going to stick to any sides because it is, as I say, good cop, bad cop, now let's swap. And that's something that really upset us. They've gone down to Kingfish, two per person. Okay, don't be greedy. But how many people do you know that caught, 3 people on the boat caught 15 Kingfish? How many?
No one.
Everybody I ask. If they get 2, 3, 5 maximum out of 10 people on the boat. But I know a commercial guy, friend of mine, that fishes around Wilson Prom with a net, and he gets 4 tons in one scoop. But that's okay. 4 tons we can get in 5 years.
Probably.
So doesn't matter. Let's put that aside. There is South Australia. We can't catch snapper. You're not allowed to catch snapper because population is down. But the commercial guys with the net can collect them, just scoop them. So something doesn't add up. If it's about people, let's talk people.
Well, let's talk people and safety.
True.
And in the next video, you're actually going to see John showing you an absolute must tool on the boat. And we're not trying to advertise Bunnings or any other
Hardware store.
hardware store, but this is a must on the boat.
Have a look at the next video. Well, a quick safety tip, I suppose.
Yeah, well, okay, Toby, I think I told you about this some time ago, that having a good pair of cutters on board to help remove a fish hook is, for me, it's mandatory. I carry it on board all the time. These are metal side cutters designed to cut through small pieces of steel or rod, and having these in your boat will definitely remove a few problems that you may have. If you've never had a fish hook in your hand or your leg or your arm or whatever, and if you do, how do you get it out? Sometimes it's better to cut it off and either leave it in there, leave the point in there, and seek help from the medical services. But if you can't cut it off, you've got something sticking out and making it very uncomfortable that can catch on things. If you try and put a towel around it, that'll catch on it. Yeah. And you're going to be in a lot more pain. But having a good pair of metal side cutters, I think is a great idea. And just another fact too, that with mine are like brand new and they've been in the boat for 5 years or something. And what I've done, I just wipe them all over with a lubricant, like a CRC or something like that. But then I cryovac them. Okay. That way the air can't get to them and they don't rust. And they're there ready for use for yourself or your passengers on board.
Awesome. So, simple, cheap,
yes,
and effective, I suppose.
Yeah. And as per the photographs behind us, you can see that even happens to even the best of us. The fellow that had this in his hand has been fishing since he was 15, and he's now getting on in a few years. However, you can see how simple it can happen. He was just jigging, and the jig shot back.
Especially treble.
Oh,
treble, yeah. Just
really hard to get out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just a safety idea.
Pair of cutters. Well, before we go, we actually did receive quite a few hoodies, like this kind of hoodies, jumpers, zip hoodies, t-shirts on our website. And again, thank you for your support.
And once again, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, write us a comment, press the like button, and we will see you next time.
I hope, I dream, I wish to catch a big fish, and I do it when I